welcome back to Thailand.
Yes.
Thank you.
So when you're back here, are you having flashbacks or is it a pleasant experience?
Oh my god, it's the best flashbacks. Yeah, it was the dreamiest. Well, the whole shoot was incredible in Thailand, Malta, and in London. But yeah, this was where we started the shoot, and I've only got it's incredible memories.
I had flashbacks coming back here because I stayed in this hotel when I shot a movie before Jurassic.
The creator.
Yes, and it was basically on day one with Mr. Spielberg. He said we've been to Hawaii, we've done that, just looking for somewhere else in the world. And because of my previous film, I was like, well, I mean, it's Thailand, right? Especially this particular area, which is Krabi and Phang Nga Bay. It's very primal, sort of primeval kind of looking. Like it feels like whenever you come here on, like if you get lucky enough to come here on holiday, it does feel like you've gone back in time, and a dinosaur or something should appear out of the bushes. And there are monitor lizards around, these massive amphibious lizards that were just honestly in this lake. They're down there. You can see them by the restaurant.
Well, you mentioned Spielberg, and the first thing that jumped out at me right off the bat was, here we're 50 years with Jaws, and we have this amazing water scene that's just got so many parallels to Jaws. Was there a lot of pressure trying to pull off that kind of tribute to Steven?
Yeah, because I think when I read this scene, there's like a 30-minute section of the movie that's all set in the ocean, like chasing this Mosasaurus, this giant water dinosaur. And when I read it, it starts talking about this crew on a boat chasing this giant creature with a fin, trying to shoot it on the front of the boat. And I'm reading it going, I know another movie a bit like this. and normally you'd hit a button going, we can't do this, it's sacrilegious. But it was Steven Spielberg, and it was his idea to do this. And handing you the screenplay, and you sort of checkmated at that point. It's like to not do it and know that you were given that chance by your hero. And so it was really a case of like how, I mean, the scariest thing was the water, having dinosaurs and the VFX of it all. Like, how do you make that feel real? And the guys who worked on our movie had just worked on Avatar 2, and they were like, we want to do the best water anyone's ever seen. And you're like, okay, good luck with that, because that was pretty good. And then they sent me this clip, and it was a mosasaur jumping out the ocean and splashing. And I showed it to you.
Yeah.
And we were blown away. And I sent it to the writer, David Koepp, who wrote the original Jurassic Park. And he just wrote back, oh, cool, very unaffected. And we were like, oh. And then about a day later, he wrote, holy
Yeah.
He just realized it was CGI. And
It is a beautiful tribute to Steven. And, if we have time, I want to ask you one more thing about Steven at the end. But Jonathan, I want to get to you too. The chemistry on screen with you and Scarlett was fantastic. A lot of talk about off screen. I mean, you guys, just tell me about your off screen relationship.
Oh my god, well, yeah. I mean, she's like one of my favorite people I've met. She's extraordinary. I think the whole cast we were put together in such a brilliant way. But, I met Gareth. Having been invited to play the part, we sort of had eggs on toast, didn't we? And we talked about, we didn't actually talk about the script at all, but when you're going into something like this, it's like it shows the sort of mercurial magic of, putting people together, surrounding it with incredible special effects people, Gareth with his team and people he's worked with before. And just going back to what you're saying about the Spielberg of it all, it's like it's about protecting that, isn't it? And allowing the joy and the love of the original Spielberg films, but also for Scarlett, for Mahershala, and for me, also the reverence that we have for previous performances in the franchise, but also the respect we have for each other. And so, yeah, the chemistry exists there between director, between creatives.
I kept waiting for you or Scarlett or Mahershala one day to go like, I quit, I'm done. It's too difficult. Like, we were in really difficult conditions. It was really hot.
Yeah.
It was monsoon season. Up to here in genuine swamps and things, and they didn't do it because Scarlett didn't do it. Scarlett was just like her love for Jurassic. There was no version where she was going to complain once, and it's like a trickle effect that it has on the crew and everybody, so no one else was allowed to complain.
Also, when you're doing this, there's nothing to complain about at all. Like, of course you want to feel the heat, you want to feel like you're about to pass out at points, but also, like wading through the mangroves in Thailand with the film crew.
Did you get a chance to visit James Bond Island?
No, I didn't actually, but I think we talked about that quite early on.
We went past it. It's in the.
Oh, actually, no, the beat. No, it is, of course. I think the beat.
Because there's a lot of talk of obviously you and James Bond. The Man with the Golden Gun was shot there. Beautiful
You came
film.
prepared. Yes, I
came
know.
prepared.
Is that Ursula Andress? Is in that? Is
No, it's Maud Adams and Britt Eklund.
Oh,
But my question is, what would it be like to follow in Roger Moore, Sean Connery, and all these legends that have played James Bond?
well, and to step into their shoes.
Yeah.
Well, I hear the shoes are very well made. So it'd be great. As long as I've got a pair of socks, I'll be fine.
I mean,
Britt Eklund. I've been thinking. I watched The Wicker Man recently. She's amazing.
That's a fantastic. It's a very underrated film.
It is.
how do you think he would do as Bond? You worked with him.
Oh,
Picture me in a bikini, coming out the sea. You've seen that already.
it was. Yeah, I mean, I think. Well, they would be very lucky. Yeah, if I was directing it, I'd give you a call.
Great. There we go.
But I'm not directing it.
Yeah, but there we go.
So
It'd be filmed in,
forget that.
Filmed in Thailand.
Not going to happen.
I love it. Thank you for that. And then, did you ever have a Steven Spielberg moment like he did in Jaws, where like I'm gonna get fired during this movie? Did you ever have that?
Don't you have that in every job?
Yeah, no, you spend every second all day long thinking this is the day I get fired, isn't it?
I genuinely do have that, don't you? No.
Yeah. There was a time where Frank Marshall, who's the producer of Spielberg movies like Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Goonies.
yes, everything, and he came up to me in the middle of the night. We were filming, and he handed me his iPhone. And when an older person hands you an iPhone, you think they need something fixed. So you're going, what is it, Wi-Fi settings?
Yeah.
And I looked, and the screensaver was Steven Spielberg, and I was like, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the screensaver, it wasn't a screensaver, it moved, and Spielberg went, hi Gareth. And I was like, whoa! And I realized I was on a FaceTime call with him live, and it's like your hero, and I wasn't prepared for it. So I'm like bringing in the cast and crew going, hey, it's Steven, I'm trying to give it to you. Jonathan runs off into a cave somewhere.
I know, but I could hear it coming, and it was just, there's just certain things in life which, you know, just being in the Jurassic film is enough to process. That takes me about 10 years. But to have Steven Spielberg on a FaceTime was too much.
But you made him, I got a very nice text email from him after he watched the dailies of you with the Titanosaur sequence. He was very moved.
Well, that was a special...
And that meant a lot.
And they're wrapping me, but can I get a quick bite on Thai food? You guys like it?
Favorite Thai food? Chicken satay.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I've had 3 curries already, and I've been here for 18 hours. So, yeah, I love it.